Before the video starts, I want to quickly say that a small percent of my viewers are actually subscribed. So if you want to see more and stay notified, then subscribe and hit the bell icon. It's completely free, it doesn't take long, I have tons of content to offer, and you can always unsubscribe if you're not interested. But with that being said, enjoy the video, and hail the Hypenese. Greetings Hypenese, my name is HyperHimes, and I have a question for you. Do you remember when I posted the video about a Pokemon FireRed ROM hack where there was a Satanic being in Lavender Town? If you haven't yet, then check him out. If you don't have the time, then let me quickly explain. In this ROM hack, it all seems normal, that is until you reach Lavender Town. Behind the Pokemart, there's a hidden path that you can travel through. I do need to recommend this. If you go inside, bring an escape rope or a Pokemon with Fly. Once you enter, you can't come back out unless you have what I just said. Once inside, you'll enter the long cave, it'll have fog, a broken sign with Latin, and lastly, a trainer, who is literally Satan. Like, don't get me wrong, I know that was probably one of the most ridiculous things to ever come out of my mouth, but Collector Belial is a true challenge, having 6 level 100 Pokemon. I faced him twice and won. However, there was one thing I thought was the most odd thing about him. In his team, he has Entei, Houndoom, Gengar, Charizard, Mewtwo, and Maroghost. You might be asking, what the heck is a Maroghost? From looking at it alone, it's the ghost of Marowak. It most likely has to do with when a Marowak dies, their own young, Cubone, wears the skulls of their mother. Its body is a cursed, mutated version of Marowak with the hands of Haunter. Truly creepy, but that got me thinking, is it possible for me to beat Pokemon FireRed using only Maroghost? Here are the rules for the challenge. 1. I can only use Maroghost in battles. I'll catch other Pokemon to learn HM so I can progress through the game. 2. I can't use any items when I'm inside of a battle. Held items are totally legal though. 3. I can't teach Maroghost TMs or HMs. He can only use what he has. 4. I can't use any glitches to help me. 5. If I need to speed things up and save time, I will use save states and speed up. And last but not least, 6. Just like the Unknown Challenge video, please don't judge me for how bad the video is. I don't really have much going on for me in editing or video creation. But let's just hope it works. And I think that's all there is to say. So now we can finally ask ourselves, is it possible to beat Pokemon FireRed with just Maroghost? Now let's start with the basics. Maroghost is completely custom. He's not an existing Pokemon that's been reskinned, he's entirely new. That being said, a site like Bulbapedia isn't going to have much, if not any information on the Pokemon. Here's all I know. Maroghost is a Ghost Dark type. Considering that this is a game made in Generation 3, that means it has no weakness. Fairy doesn't exist in this generation. The only other 2 Pokemon with similar typings are Sableye and Spiritomb. However, Maroghost has another trick up its sleeve. Its ability is Water Absorb. That means water type attacks heal us. That's going to definitely come in handy. Other than that, I don't have much else to say. If I knew all of his stats, I would point them out. Unfortunately, I don't have that information. Well, we should go ahead and start playing the actual game now. First off, Professor Oak has a Snorlax. Okay. I named myself Hyper and decided to name my rival the one who's been trying to intrude in my rap game, Mega Teddiursa, or Megated for short. I start in my room and... Wait, hold on, let me just set my frame for a bit. I think 10 is good. We're gonna instantly pick up our starter, Maroghost. I replaced Bulbasaur for him because our starter would pick Charmander. I don't want him to have Squirtle because I want this to be a bit more challenging. If he had Squirtle, he would help us because of our Water Absorb. By the way, I named Maroghost Graveyard. First battle time, and I'm excited for the awesome moveset we might have. Okay. We only have Curse. This is good for right now because they have nothing that they can hit me with. However, this is not going to get me through the whole game. At least after a few turns I beat him. Even at level 5, my stats are impressively high. While I go get the parcel, I go do some grinding. I'm basically the 1 HP hero because I can only use Curse once or twice on Pokemon before I have to go heal. That's a no for me. I need to either learn a new move soon, or I have to struggle my way out of this situation. After delivering Oak his goods and learning how to catch a Pokemon for the 57,149th time in my life, I went straight to Viridian Forest to grind off a Metapod. I can also grind off a Caterpie, but Metapod tend to give more experience. Also, watch out for Weedle. They have Poison Sting. It can hit me. It can kill me. It killed me. Well, while on the note of death, here's something new that this hack has to offer. Look at this. Now that's spooky. Basically, the second phrase made sense, but the first words were in Latin. What it basically said was, Hyper, your soul is mine. I think it's time I start taking things more seriously. At level 11, I decided not to stay in the forest all day and go with the struggle strategy. No one stood a chance. Every hit with struggle was an OHKO. This strategy was flawless. Or was it? There's one crucial thing about this plan. Money. I need money to buy potions and heal Graveyard. If I heal at the Pokemon Center, they'll get all of their PP back for Curse. It's one of those things where it's hard to think about. You need to fight trainers and get money, but you'll lose more HP, but you'll buy potions, but then you'll have to use those potions in more trainer battles and you need to get more money. It's complicated. After leaving Radiant Forest, I was going straight for the throat and fighting Brock. But then remember that you can fight your rival again in front of Victory Road, so I did that. He sends out a Pidgey, and I one-hit kill it. But then he sends out a Charmander, and it's a one-hit kill. Okay, I think I'm starting to see a pattern here. Let's hope that Brock can give me much more of a challenge, though. I have to beat up this weak pleb in front of him, but he shouldn't be that hot. Oh my lord, has Sandshrew lived? Plebbing trippy trainer, he's always trying to ruin my day. Anyways, let's fight Brock. He sends out Geodude. I thought I'd one-hit it like the last trainer, but he somehow lives. But goes for Defense Curl. Free feint for us. Then this Onix comes out, and he's taking struggles like a champ. He goes for Rock Tomb and misses. I then hit again, and he lands the Rock Tomb, and it does so little! Boulder badge for us. After beating the gym, I need potions so I can keep the strategy going. Considering that I can't teach Maroghost TMs in this challenge, I can instead sell them to make a ton of cash. At least TMs still have a use in this challenge. I defeat all the trainers on Route 3 after getting some sick running shoes! I'm not even joking, I rush through any trainer that gets in my way. Really, no one in Mount Moon can stop me! I'm just that strong! Even the Team Rocket members can't touch this! I managed to make it all the way to the Super Nerd and get the Helix Fossil. I knew that if I didn't say what I took, you'd all ask anyway. Actually, now that I think about it, ask anyway. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I'm getting a strange sense that because I said those exact words, I'm going to get called a thief in the comments for using someone else's joke. If no one understands, subscribe to my draw bread! After I arrive in Cerulean City, I find the hidden rare candy, sell the TMs I found in Mount Moon to buy super potions, and fight Ted on the Nugget Bridge. His team doubled since the last time, now having 4 Pokemon. Pidgeotto gets sent out, and I one-hit them. Charmander gets destroyed, Admiral was dominated, and Rattata was crushed. That was too easy. With the extra XP and cash, I buy more super potions, and go to the gym to fight Misty. The trainers have nothing to offer, so let's fight Misty. Starting off, she sends out a Staryu. I knew I'd one-hit this, but I wasn't so sure about her second mon, Starmie. I hit Starmie, and it does only 3/4 of their HP. However, they use Recover and now have only 3/4 of their HP. This means Struggle is a guaranteed OHKO. While it was anticlimactic, at least I earned myself the Cascade badge. Immediately after beating Misty, I storm through Nugget Bridge so I can not only fight more trainers and get more cash for potions, but I need to meet Bill. After defeating everyone on the bridge, I realize I need someone to learn Cut. Luckily, there's a patch of grass on Route 24 that's next to the bridge where I can catch Oddish. I caught the Oddish and was about to name it Knife, like, I was so close to calling it that, but I thought it would have gotten me demonetized. So I named it Blade instead. He'll only be my cut slave, nothing else. After turning Bill back into a human, he gives me the SS ticket and I can continue on to the underground path. I decide to scavenge around the whole path so I can get as many hidden items as I can. After finding the items, I leave to get another rare candy and go to Vermilion City. There's some pleb that gives me a fishing rod, and I also defeat all the trainers on Route 11. I also get a bike voucher that I can hand in for a free bicycle. That's pretty cool. I'll have a faster method of transportation that I guarantee you I'm going to forget in about a couple minutes. Now I'm on the SSN. I remember that I can't go in the second room because that's where I can heal Graveyard and get my Curse PP back. I'm gonna say no to that and stick to my potions. After defeating literally every trainer on the ship and getting all the items, I fight Ted for the 4th time. Here's the summary, because barely anything changed. Pidgeotto gets bonked, Charmeleon gets dunked, Raticate literally dies, and Kadabra is so frail that it's obvious that he's going to get one hit. Easy. I rub the captain's back for some reason for Cut, and I teach it to Blade. I then leave the boat to its vacation, and I go to Lieutenant Surge's gym. The puzzle of this gym was way harder than any of the trainers in the gym, but I managed to make it to Surge in a couple of minutes. Surge has 3 Pokemon and starts with a Voltorb. I'm 15 levels above it, so it's an obvious one-hit. Next comes Pikachu, which is even weaker than Voltorb, so that also gets one hit. And while Raichu was the strongest on his team, they couldn't escape Radiard's wrath. But they do leave me paralyzed. Well, look at that, the Thunder Badge! Running through Diglett's cave, I go back near the beginning of the game to get some items. After that, I cut down the tree in Route 9 to defeat all the trainers to get the Rock Tunnel. I don't like Rock Tunnel. It's so dark! I want to find all the items, but it's so dark. I want to fight all the trainers, but it's so dark. I want to find the exit, but it's so... Oh, there it is. Now we're in Lavender Town. And yeah, we're not doing that. We take a trip to Route 6 and double battle. This is where it gets complicated. I could fight all the trainers with only having Maroghost on my team, but the constant running back and forth would have been so boring. So the only thing I'll do in double battles is use Oddish and use the move Sweet Scent, which will lower their evasiveness. It's sort of my only option, but at least they're not attacking me. That's for Maroghost. After that, I go through another underground path and get all the items there as well. This will lead me into Route 7 and into Celadon City. Instantly, I go towards the gym. With the trainers being unable to stop me, let's fight Erica. Erica leads with a Victory Bell at level 29. One hit. Then she sends out a level 24 Tangela. One hit. Lastly, she sends out a level 29 Vileplume. One hit. Other than me getting the Rainbow Badge, are you guys starting to sense a pattern by now? This guy in the game corner is pretty sus, so I beat him and managed to get into the secret hideout of Team Rocket. Without getting into important details, I beat every single grunt in here whilst getting all the loot that they have. I then find Giovanni and fight him while sitting next to him on the couch. He starts sending out Onyx at level 25 and I defeat them. Next is a level 29 Kangaskhan who... lives? They tail whip and get spooked anyway. Lastly, they send out a level 24 Rhyhorn. One hit. After I get the Soph Scope that he dropped, I had to run over to Lavender Town, but instead I got Fly and caught a Doduo so they could use it. I originally named them Swanton, but I thought that name wasn't painful enough. Once I reached Lavender Town, I would rename them Tear. I also picked up an Eevee because of Strength and Rock Smash later. I named them Fists. We enter Lavender Town, and look, there's Ted. Why is he even here? Oh, wait. Pidgeotto gets bonked, Charmeleon gets dunked, Raticate literally dies. Right. Pidgeotto is at level 25 and gets swept in one hit. Next is level 23 Execute, who also gets bodied. Then is level 22 Gyarados, who does get me with Intimidate, but I still defeat him. Then is his level 25 Charmeleon, who gets folded, and lastly, his Kadabra at level 20, who's easy to defeat. Maybe I should hold back on killing Mons. After meeting face-to-face with the quote-unquote Ghost of Marowak, I save Mr. Fuji and get the Pokeflute. I defeat both of the Snorlaxes for the experience and defeat every trainer on the route to Fuchsia City. I'm not going to waste any more time, but I'm going to go straight to Koga's gym. Do you think the trainers had any challenge? Let me answer that for you. No. Koga has a level 37 Coughing to start, and I one-hit it easily. Next is a level 39 Muck, and it lives. It minimizes, which does scare me, and then he uses a Hyper Potion, and I miss. The next turn, I hit him, and he faints. Then another level 37 Coughing comes out, and coughs his last breath. Finally, a level 43 Weezing comes out. I do about half of his HP, and he hits me with Sludge. It does little damage, but I do get poisoned. I at least finish him off, and I gain myself the Soul Badge. Safari Zone time, and I hate it. I'm not even joking. This is similar hatred to Rock Tunnel. I just get lost so easily, but I need to do this so I can get both Surf and Strength. Not only that, but I catch Doduos accidentally, and I'm spending more money than I need. I can at least say I catch a Goldeen that I can use for Surf. I named them Pierce because of the horn. So I get Surf and teach it to Pierce. Then I also get Strength and I teach it to... Eevee can't learn a normal type move? Alright. Plan B. I'm going to Saffron City to take on the Fighting Dojo for a free fighting type. None of them were a challenge, and I take Hitmonchan. I name them Fists, and now I can learn Strength. After I do some shopping and selling, I'm going through the Sofco Tower and taking everyone out. There are only two important things to note in this building. The next rival battle, and the second battle with Giovanni. Let's go through them in order. Ted comes up from the same direction as Giovanni's room, so it makes me think he's working with him, and we fight. First, he sends out his fully evolved level 37 Pidgeot, and it still gets one hit. Next is his fully evolved level 40 Charizard, and it gets one hit again. Execute comes out, and who cares? Gyarados comes out, intimidates me, but I still... Okay, he lives. And he hits me with Dragon Rage. I still defeat him, but still, Intimidate may help him in the future. Alakazam is frail AF, so we win in an instant. We get the Lapras from the guy and name them Perish. You know, Perish song. Now, we fight the Rocket Leader boy. Giovanni sends out a Nidorino first, and that's too easy for us to handle. Rhyhorn comes out next, and it lives in the red. I get hit 3 times with Rock Blast, but I still manage to kill him. Nidoqueen comes out and lives as well, although they just tail whip me. Easy. Finally, Kangaskhan comes out and lives on red. And tail whips me again. Why is Giovanni's team trying to all make his female mons shake their tails at me? It doesn't matter, because I defeat him and get the Master Ball. Now I'm heading straight for Sabrina. There's no way I'm going to recap the path that I took to get to her. So let me just go straight into the action with Sabrina. Sabrina starts off with a Kadabra at level 38, and we one-hit it. Then Venomoth comes out, and I one-hit it as well. Mr. Mime's a one-hit, and finally Alakazam is a one-hit. I know these battles are getting boring, but it's not like all of them are going to be a cakewalk. Right? Well, anyways, I get the Marsh Badge. Every trainer on the way to the Seafoam Islands has fallen into the hands of my mighty Maroghost, and the islands themselves weren't the worst. Just a lot of pushing rocks, running away, surfing, and that's really it. I didn't fight Articuno yet, for some reason. Why? I don't really know. Hopefully I can remember that soon. Now arriving at Cinnabar Island, I do my normal shopping spree, and then I raid the Pokemon Mansion so I can get the key to open the gym. By the way, what's with that? Why do I need a key to go through the gym? I have a theory that Ted was here before me, managed to steal the key from Blaine, lock it, and throw it away deep in the mansion so he could get a head start before me in the gym challenge. I swear, people do anything to stay in the rap game. Anyways, I run through the mansion, get the key, and then read some stuff about the first Pokemon being Mew. I swear, the first Pokemon is being more blurry by the second. I head into Blaine's gym and answer all of the questions, but decide to fight the trainers anyway for more money and XP. I have to note 2 things here. Firstly, the question Poliwag evolves 3 times always confused me because Poliwhirl, Poliwrath, and Politoed exist. Though now I understand that it's 2, because Politoed isn't in Kanto. Also, I basically answered Tombstoney question wrong because I wasn't paying attention. Is there Tombstoney in any ROM hack, by the way? Let's go and fight Blaine. I made a big mistake and didn't heal at the start of the battle. Let's hope that doesn't bite me in the behind later. He sends out a Growlithe at level 42, and I one-hit him easily. Next is Ponyta at level 40, and a critical hit basically instantly defeats them. Now comes Rapidash. I hit them, and they live on the red. They hit me with a Fire Blast, but it doesn't do too much, but they use a Hyper Potion. Luckily, I knocked him out on the next turn. Finally, a level 47 Arcanine comes out with Intimidate. I hit him, and he's still in the green. Fire Blast does nothing, but I'm scared he'll go for another Hyper Potion. My fears come true, and he healed up. I'm in peril right now. I hit him again, and he uses Fire Blast. Luckily, he didn't heal, and I knock him out on the next turn, sacrificing myself on the way. Even though I fainted, I still get the Volcano Badge. If it were only Graveyard on my team, I would have lost. Luckily, my squad of HM Painbringers carry me to safety. Bill, shut up, I need to buy a revive! No, I'm not using the Pokemon Center! I don't need the PP! Yeah, Bill, let's go to the 1 through 3 islands. No, but seriously, I know people don't usually go here, but the more XP and more money I have, the better of a chance that I have that I can beat this game. Plus, Moltres is here instead of Victory Road. I just have to do a lot of tasks to get him, like get Rock Smash. Oh look, Blade's evolving! Anyways, I think it'd take 482 months to explain every trainer battle, even though basically all of them are the same because they're just sweeps. So I get to Moltres, defeat him instead of capturing them to get more XP, and I also save a little girl from a creepy Hypno deep in the woods. I finally return back and take on Viridian City's gym. Let's just focus on the big boy of Giovanni himself. He starts off with a Rhyhorn, who lives my struggle hit by a tiny amount. He uses Scary Face. Dude, I'm a dead ghost. How should I be scared? He uses a Hyper Potion, and I hit him in the red again until he falls. Next is his Dugtrio, which they get 1 hit by. Next is Nidoqueen, which gets 1 hit as well. Next is Nidoking, who also gets 1 hit. That's actually surprising. His last Pokemon is another Rhyhorn, who just Scary Faces me again after getting hit. Hyper Potion, then 2 struggles to defeat him. It's a stronger Rhyhorn, but the exact same brain. Now give me that Earth Badge. Before I head down into Victory Road, I want to take care of 2 things first. Zapdos and Articuno. I want to get there and defeat them for more XP. Also, the power plant can provide me good items that I can sell for more cash as well. So I take down Zapdos first, then I head back to the Seafoam Islands and take out Articuno. I've taken all 3 legendary birds to the grave, and now it's time for me to finish the game. But not before Ted interrupts me. Pidgeot comes out first. Struggle takes him down to the red, and he hits me with Wing Attack. That barely does anything, and I get rid of the bird. Next is Charizard, and he only goes to the yellow, but he misses his scary face. I ended up getting rid of the Fire Lizard. Rhyhorn is next, and I get it to the red before it hits me with only 2 Rock Blasts before I take him down. Since Execute hasn't evolved yet, I take it down easy. Gyarados comes out with the Intimidate, and I only get them to half as it goes for Rain Dance. I still knock him out, but my attack is down. Alakazam is next, and it luckily gets 1 hit. Thank the Lord. I'm starting to think that I hit the point in the game where I'm not as overpowered as I thought anymore. I hand in all my badges and head inside Victory Road. Nothing interesting really happened in there, just usual Victory Road stuff. Except for one thing. Meet Cool Trainer George, aka the guy that proved that I can still lose to trainers. I fought him without full HP, but I one-hit his Executor and Sandslash. Cloyster comes out, and it takes me 2 struggles to defeat them. I one-hit their Electrode, and then they send out Arcanine. They intimidate me, and I get them down to the red. They hit me with Flame Reel and burn me. Look how much burn damage does! They then Hyper Potion and let me basically die to the burn. I am not looking to white out or lose any money, so I reset and did what I did from the start, which was basically everything after Giovanni. Luckily, that was my only main struggle in Victory Road, and with that finished, I do everything else inside, and I finally make it to the Indigo Plateau. I do my last minute shopping and selling, and I take on the Elite Four. Lorelei's up first, and she starts with a Dugong. I hit them, and it gets to the yellow. They safeguard, but that's completely fine. We defeat them anyway. Next is Cloyster, who protects first, and I get them to the yellow next. Then they Hail, and that damages us for a small amount, but we can manage. Cloyster keeps protecting, so Hail can hurt us more, but I take them out. Slowbro is next, and I get them to yellow health once again. They go for Amnesia, which I don't mind because Amnesia raises special defense and not physical defense. Another hit takes them out. Lapras is next, and I get them to yellow. They hit me with Ice Beam, but that barely does anything. They then eat a Citrus Berry, meaning that my next hit would get them to red health. They then Hyper Potion, and I started to worry, but luckily I was able to take them out soon enough. Their final Pokemon is a Jinx, and thank the Lord they were a one-hit. I have now beaten a 4th of the Elite Four. Next is Bruno, starting off with an Onix. He goes to yellow and hits me with Rock Tomb. Another hit and he's gone. Next is Hitmonchan, and I get him to red. Another Rock Tomb hits me, but he gets healed with a full restore. It's fine because he eventually faints. He has another Onix, and of course, goes to yellow, hitting me with Earthquake this time, but it doesn't do too much. I take him out. Machamp comes out, and I hit them first, but he retaliates with a Rock Tomb. And he misses. Granted, he heals with a Citrus Berry, but it's not enough to save him, and I take him out. The last mon is a Hitmonlee, and it gets 1 hit. I swear, it's hard for me to think what can live a hit and what can't. Agatha was next, and I'm trying to keep my optimism high. She starts off with a Gengar, and I get it to red, but it goes for Double Team. It terrifies me, and then they go for a full restore. I'm able to hit it again, but they still live on the red. I miss, but they only hit me with a Shadow Punch. Another struggle takes them out. Golbat's next, and they live. They confuse me, but I break through and take them out. Haunter's next, and I hit myself, and then... Curse. Yeah, there's no way I win this. Even if I one-hit every next Pokemon, I don't have enough HP to beat her. Reset. I managed to make it back to the Haunter, and I was able to one-hit it with the help of a critical hit. Next is another Gengar, which lives on the red, and they Hypnosis me. Even though they had a Citrus Berry, Agatha fully healed Gengar anyway. I first turn Wake Up and get them back in the red. A Shadow Ball doesn't do too much to me, and they take him down. Lastly, Arbok comes out. They go to the yellow, and then they Iron Tail me. Even though my defense is already lowered, I take them down and defeat Agatha. This is starting to get really stressful. If I'm losing to Agatha, I can only imagine what Lance or even the champion is like. Now comes the final Elite Four member, Lance. He sends out a Gyarados, and this is already bad because he intimidates me, lowering my attack for the whole battle. I hit him, and I don't even get him to yellow. He does something terrifying. Dragon Rage. I know it's only 40 HP, but it's 40 HP. It'll always be 40 HP. Hits, full restores, Dragon Rages, and more until I finally take them out. Aerodactyl is next, and I get them to the yellow. They Scary Face me, and I take them out. Dragonite's next. He gets hit, only doing 1/3 of its HP, and he goes for Safeguard. I hit him again, and he goes for Wing Attack, doing not that much. One more struggle takes him to red, but he goes for Outrage. I take him out luckily on the next turn. Dragonaire's next, and I take them to near red. They hit me with another Dragon Rage, but I take him out. The last Pokemon comes out. Another Dragonair. I struggle, and I get them to the yellow. They Thunder Wave, paralyzing me. Instead of hitting me, they go for Safeguard, and I'm lucky enough to break through the paralysis and defeat the Dragonair, defeating Lance, and defeating the Elite Four. It's time for the final battle. The champion. The Teddy Ursa who can spit bars and sell cards. It's time for the final match against Mega Ted. He first comes out with a Pidgeot, and let me tell you, Ted is smart. He knew Pidgeot would live, and he uses Sand Attack. I managed to take out Pidgeot, but the loss in accuracy is going to cripple me. Charizard comes out, and Struggle takes him to half, and I get hit with Fire Blast, and Charizard eats a Citrus Berry. Because of that, he gets down to only like 1 HP, and he hits me with Fire Blast again. Ted uses a full restore, but I take him out after 2 more struggles. Rhydon came out, and I nearly one-hit him with a crit. Scary Face slows me down, and Ted uses a full restore. I hit Rhydon again, and only get him to the green, and then red. I got hit with Scary Face again, and miss my struggle. I then get hit with Scary Face again, and miss again! He then hits me with Rock Tomb, and now I take him out. Exeggutor comes out, and I get him to only half, and he sets up a light screen. I take him out with my next struggle, but it's not looking so good. Gyarados comes out and intimidates me. I hit him, but it doesn't get him to the yellow. He goes for Hydro Pump, and it misses. If only he did hit, because I have Water Absorb. I hit him again, and he goes for Dragon Rage. I take him out, but I only have 4 HP left. I am praying that his last Pokemon, Alakazam, can be taken out easily, but he goes for Reflect, weakening my struggle and taking myself out. Let me address something. Ted is not only strong, but very, very, very smart. You want to know why? Let me tell you in this list. Pidgeot's Sand Attack to lower my accuracy. Charizard's Fire move could burn me for some major damage. Citrus Berries can heal me for solid amounts. Scary Face slows me down so I can't attack first. Gyarados has Intimidate, lowering my physical attack. Hydro Pump has a chance to miss and not heal me. Dragon Rage guarantees 40 damage. Alakazam has not only Reflect, but Recover as well, as I found out in some rematches. And Ted has a ton of full restores. The rematches had me so angry. I'm not even joking. Everything had to be perfect. More perfect than a Pleading Court soldier, I tell you. I needed to pump all of my rare candies on Graveyard. Let me tell you how the final bout between me and Ted happened. I hit Pidgeot, but they go for Sand Attack. I'm like, fine, let's see how far this goes. Then I take out the Pidgeot, and Charizard's next. I take it out after it eats a berry and Fire Blast me. Rhyhorn is next, and it Scary Faces twice before spamming full restores, and I take him out. I struggle Exeggutor, and it lives, missing Sleep Powder, and then I miss Struggle. They then Giga Drain me, and I take him out the next turn, and Gyarados comes out. Intimidate, Struggle, Hydro Pump lands and heals me, but Ted learns. Now he spams Dragon Rage. I get so angry at this point, I'm spamming my heart out. Gyarados goes down, and Alakazam finally comes out. I missed the struggle, and he goes for Reflect. I hit him, and he keeps going for Recover. This is stupid. I'm gonna lose because of a cheap heal-spamming, drip-nose, spoon-carrying, trade Evo, urine-colored, Gen 1 broken, stalagmite ear, cardboard-armored piece of... What? Graveyard, she sacrificed herself to take down the Alakazam. She remembered the battle I had with Blaine and has one more trick up her sleeve to dethrone Ted. But she took her own life, just so I could become the champion. We won, but at what cost? She helped me beat the gym leaders, Team Rocket, the Elite Four, the legendary birds, and now the champion. But in her final breath, when she knew that she wasn't going to live, she took the Alakazam down to the Distortion World with her. That was one of the hardest battles we would ever face, and she knew it too. And now, I stand here, the Pokemon champion. You know, I've been thinking about it. Maybe, just maybe, this is what Graveyard wanted all along. All she wanted was to be with a trainer who could take him on adventures like a normal Pokemon, no matter how they look. There's 2 paths you can take in life with Pokemon. Belial's path, or my path. Collector Belial was a demon who treated their Pokemon like slaves for their own bidding, including Maroghost. I just want to treat Pokemon like how they want to be treated. That's what Maroghost would have wanted all along. Now, their spirit lays to rest, knowing that she's done her duty as a Pokemon. She'll always be ready if I ever need to call her back in action. She trusts me, and I trust her. The challenge would be a struggle for us to go through, but it wouldn't be a curse for us to be tormented by. I met her from the very start of our journey, and she stayed with me until the very end. Me, her spirit, and the squad of HM Painbringers will forever be registered in Kanto's Hall of Fame. And it's time that I finally answer that question. Is it possible to beat Pokemon FireRed with only Maroghost? Yes.